So you can see behind me on the screen, we're talking about the sounds that instruments make. And so we're going to be playing some of these with the next activity. And let's think through maybe some things you can make work at home to make different sounds with the different activities. So first, I want us to look at the tambourine. Now, when we have a tambourine in the music room, it looks like this. There's one place that doesn't have the jingles on it, and that's where we hold it. And we hold it like this and we tap it. Using the only thing we're moving is our wrist, okay? So we're not doing this, okay? Not making a lot of noise. So when you're going to do a tambourine at home, if you don't have a real tambourine, what can we use to make kind of a tambourine sound? Maybe we could use a couple of spoons out of the kitchen, or a couple of forks even, and put them together, and then you can tap them together to make kind of a metallic sound of that. So we have several instruments that make metallic sounds that maybe you can use something in the drawer out of the kitchen. So the tambourine is the first one I want to show you. The second one on the screen, we've already done a lot with rhythm sticks this year. And so I've had you use pencils as rhythm sticks. I've had you use wooden spoons as rhythm sticks. You know, different things that you can find that you can click together. Now, our rhythm sticks in the music room, we have one that's crinkledy. And let me see, can you see that? One that's crinkledy and one that's flat that doesn't have any crinkles. So you play the rhythm sticks like this. Sometimes we could play them like this by scraping them. But for our activity that we're going to do, we're going to be using rhythm sticks, and we're just going to click them together. Notice once again, what part of me is moving? You're right, the wrist. The wrist is moving the hand, so we're not whacking things together really hard where we could break them. So I'm going to set those to the side. Now the next thing up there is something we're not using in our activity today, but maracas. I love maracas. Maracas look like a lot of different things. They're on a stick. It's like a round gourd or a ball, and it's got things in them that make sound. These actually are from Mexico. I bought them when I went on a vacation there one time, and I really like them. But once again, watch how I play them. I'm using my wrists, right? Now, sometimes on maracas, you just want to shake them. Okay? But you're still just using your wrist, so you're not doing, you never, ever, 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 say never. You never, ever strike them together. You never, ever strike them on the floor. They can get broken. In fact, I have one that has a hole in it that I show sometimes to the kids to remind them about that, because the hole got in it and all the stuff that makes the sound came out. Well, we put the stuff back in and we tried taping it and we put Band-Aids on it. We tried gluing stuff. We never could get it to stay together, and so we never could use that one again because it got broken because somebody wasn't using it correctly, okay? So that's the maracas. Now, the next thing up there looks kind of funny, but what I want you to do first is pretend like you're on a motorcycle and go brum, 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 brum. Yeah, just like that. That's how you actually play this one. This one makes a couple of different sounds. A real soft sound. Another soft sound. But the way to play it that's fun with your motorcycle hand, put it in your hand and you do brum, 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 brum. This is called a cabasa. Everybody say that with me. Cabasa. Okay, and this is, you hear this in a lot of Latin American music, but you also hear it in music from other countries as well, including the United States. So this is a cabasa, and it's fun to play. Now we're going to go to the next line. Does everybody have a finger? Yeah? Everybody have a finger? Okay, so we're going to take the next one, and what shape is it? Okay, let me see. Can you see that? It's a triangle. Now, the triangles here are like this, and we put a finger in there and let it hang on your finger. At home, you can maybe tie a string around a spoon and hold it up, and then take another spoon and tap it so it gets that sound. Isn't that cool? So that may be a way to make a triangle. We didn't talk about maracas. You can get a container in your kitchen and put some rice in it to shake for a maraca. But for a triangle, it's one of those metal sounds. Now, if you hold it, you don't let it hang, it goes, that's thunk, 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 thunk. I like ring, ring, ring better, don't you? So there we go. Those are ringing sounds that a triangle makes. The next thing is cymbals. When you have a cymbal, the cymbal, lots of times in a marching band or even in a concert band, you'll see two cymbals that you crash together. Well, here in the music room, we use one that we actually hold by the knob at the top. It's got a little knob here at the top. You hold it by the knob, and you have a mallet that you gently, using your wrist, you gently do this. Now, if your mom has some old pie plates or something, those metal ones, I think they're made out of aluminum, you could actually, here I am having you use your silverware again, you could poke a hole in the middle and hang it by a spoon, and then find something that's got a soft tip to it to tap on it. See if that makes some kind of symbol. I may have to try that myself at home if I can find one of those pie tins. So you can do like that and make some sort of a symbol to do that. Okay, so that's another instrument. Now, here's one. I have no idea how you would make this at home. Maybe you can make one and show it to me. It's called a guiro. Now, this looks kind of like a fish. Okay, it even has a little mouth here like a fish. But you use this when you can tap it or scrape it. If you shake it, that doesn't make any kind of noise, does it? Okay, so you tap it. Okay, so you might could find something wooden at your house that you can tap on to make that sound. But the scraping sound is something you will hear once again in Latin American music, but I've heard it in other times too. But listen to this. Isn't that fun? I love the guiro, and we use these every once in a while in the music room to add something to a song. So now the last one I want to show you is a hand drum. We have our hand drum here. Most of the time we use it holding it in our hand and tapping it with the other hand. Well, for the activity we're doing in the music room, we're actually putting it on a table. You're not going to be able to see it, and we're using a mallet on it and tapping it. Now, for the activity we're doing in just a minute with our instruments, you can use the table and tap it with your hand. You can use lots of things. You can use your tummy and make a drum out of yourself, okay? So you can do the drum however you want to, but we tap it. Notice once again, I'm just moving my wrist. So those are the instruments that I'm going to introduce you to today. And when you come back to the music room, those of you at home, just look forward to playing those instruments, okay?